Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet AI. And welcome, welcome. It is Sunday, playing Grigsby. What could go wrong? Tomorrow's President's Day. I'm on a high. Uh, well, I'm going to live stream today. We're going to live stream tomorrow, which is unusual. Don't usually do it on a Monday, but it's a bank holiday, which gives me the day off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I also will not be live streaming Tuesday through Saturday of next week. Boo. Well, the reason is we were going on a little trip. The wife and I were calling it a baby moon, something that only a wife could come up with. She smiles over here. Yeah, yeah, well, okay. It's called a baby moon. We're going to Las Vegas for a couple of days, and then we're going to pick up a puppy. We're getting a new puppy as well. So a baby and a puppy. You may say this guy's never going to live stream again. Not true. Well, we'll keep it going, but yes, we're going to go get a puppy. So I will be gone Tuesday through Saturday. I will be putting up videos though. I think I'll put one up on Wednesday and one on Friday, and then hopefully next Sunday we will live stream and get back into it again. That'll be turning another turn potentially. So anyway, um, I'm going to go back. Now, I know you guys have been commenting because I used the schedule feature, which I like, and that brings me to my only other point before we start playing, which is from now on, I will only be live streaming on YouTube. There's a few things that go into that, some things that I'll tell you about in the future, whatever else. But I will only be streaming on on live TV. Well, sort of YouTube, on Twitch. And if you do follow me on Twitch, and hell, I don't know, we've got almost 600 followers on Twitch now. I will be posting the videos immediately after the live stream, but they will not be live on Twitch anymore. So it's going to be more YouTube centric. So if you see this on Twitch, again, I will post the videos afterwards and upload them so you can see them. They just won't be live. Only live on YouTube, going exclusive a little bit to YouTube. So anyway, I know you guys have been commenting for a while, so I'm just going to back up. And if I say hi to you now, and that was 30 minutes ago, know that I know that. Hey, Sarge, first in, first out. I love it. Salty Dodger, how are you, my friend? Paul Sanders, hi, Paul. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. John Chappell is here. Nordhammer, yeah, DC Ardennes Offensive. I just made another episode of that this morning that I haven't uploaded yet. It'll go up later today. We're looking all right, Nord. We're looking all right there. Um, I'm sure you'll find some reasons to pick a bone with me, but we're looking okay right now. Who else is here? Well, there's a good crew. Hey, Hans, how are you? I saw down here somewhere you guys were talking about the potential game with XTRG and maybe Night Phoenix. Who knows who all we may play eventually. I've got my hands full with Lodric and War in the Pacific right now. That guy is something else in that game, but that's just the way I wanted it. It's been a lot of fun. Hey, McCall, I see you are here. Simone, or is it Simone? I don't know, but either way, I like it. Welcome, just moving through. Branuk, Branuk. Branuk is here. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. TBJ, Big Head Valley. Sorry if I missed you. I'm going down here really fast if I'm not saying hello. Just Monica. The line up north is mighty thin. You are correct. All right, let's get into the game. Thank you guys for dropping by. Again, it'll be YouTube only on the live streams going forward. So if you do see this on Twitch or you come to us from Twitch, make sure you subscribe on the YouTube side. Or if you just prefer Twitch, the videos will go up immediately after the live streams from now on. All right, we were right up here by Riga when I left you last time, and I was contemplating and questioning myself, questioning everything I know about what I wanted to do next. Now, we've got this little situation right here where the Soviets are trying to break through a little bit. They shoved us back Here, the 345th, which was a fresh new motorized, did get shoved back by this rather rude group of Soviets here. Um, and I was trying to decide, you know, what do we have here? We've got Third Guards Heavy Rocket in 137th Rifle Division. I'd like to get this scooted back, but of course, if I attack this right here, it's going to squirt this way and get. Well, this rail doesn't matter that much, but I just don't want them to go this way. I don't want to have to chase them. I don't want to mess around with them. And so, what do I do with this? And we've got this unit that's also trying to squeak through here. Now, I do have a decent amount of strength here with 345th that I could just maybe attack with only it. And you say, well, why would you do that? Well, I'm trying to save these movement points here, even though we would be attacking from multiple sides. The other problem is even if I attack this, like I said, it's going to squirt this way. So how do we, I guess, combat that? Well, I moved this 268th up here. I'm actually going to put it here, even though this unit is not in good shape. The reason I'm going to do that, I'm going to move it back here eventually, but it's just to block the Soviets from going this way. So let's take this infantry. This is good infantry. We just can't let anything get around it. This is arguably the best unit we have anywhere in this sector. But let's hit here and here also with the motorized. Now, GD is not in good shape. I do understand that, but we've got to move this back. So let's hit right there. Excuse me. All right, and we do hit that hard and get a pretty good result. 252 on our losses, 10 artillery pieces, 5 AFVs. Okay. The Soviets take 1759, 36 on the artillery, 23 AFVs, and just for good measure, they decide to lose 68 planes to our one fighter. Sometime I don't know if they updated the air part of the game. I know that there's been, as you guys remind me often, there's been a lot of updates to this game since the beta version. I will say, if I just had some kind of comments to throw out there, if I was play testing the game, I would say results like this in 1943 in the air don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, how in the world would the Soviets lose 68 planes? I mean, yeah, we have 49 fighters, I get that, but he does have escorts out here. Their planes are not as good as ours, but they're not that bad. So anyway, just a kind of a observation. How about that? An observation. Um, Okay, so now we've used up the movement points there for the most part. Really can't do anything more. Uh, like I said, this unit's pretty strong. I've got a level 3 fort. I don't want to give that up. I think I'm going to take the motorized just on its own. Hold on. He would have 4 movement points there. I could also put this eventually down here. I just don't want this to sneak this way. I don't think it will. Let's hit this with the motorized and see if we can scoot it back. We do. Okay. Hey, that works. 178, 4, and 2 from the 345th Motorized Division that they lose there. The Soviets lose 15, 19, 21, and 20, and they lose 15 planes. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that. Now, so nothing else. I'm not going to do anything else here. Now, I did want to move this unit back potentially here because you can see the breakthrough here, but that leads me to our next problem, which is this motorized division, the 10th, is not in good shape. And he's got what? Guards heavy. I do not know why the AI has these heavy rocket brigades moving at the front. I don't understand that. I guess maybe when I play the Soviet side, it'll make a little more sense to me, but I doubt it. And that tank core, but that tank core is the danger, the real danger, right? Now I moved this unit here. I could put it here, but this is going to get blown away by whatever runs into it. And this motorized is quite weak. Meanwhile, we have a not too strong Panzer division. It's only got 51 AFVs in it. This infantry has 6,000 troops up against a lot of Soviet divisions. We've got to get some stuff moving here, there, or otherwise. Now, we have two divisions that we brought in last time. I could bring one of those up into this area, get off the train. Get off the train, Jack. Bring one of these up here. Now, I would say let's go grab one of these, right? So let's just click on one of these. But by the time he gets up here, he doesn't have enough movement points to get off the train. 78, we're going to need 100. 77, 91, he almost can there. If he comes down here, we have the same problem, but this stabilized ever so slightly last time. Again, I don't want you to yell at me and say it's not stabilized. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's going to hold indefinitely or something, but it's a little bit better than what we have up there. Kimmo, you're Oh yeah, well, thank you for coming here and thank you for enjoying the streams. Um, Never past the gates of Smolensk. Well, I'll tell you what, War in the East one. I played that for a little while before I got past the gates of Smolensk myself. Still love War in the East one. Believe me, I think this game is an improvement over that game, but that game had been through all of its iterations and had been refined down. So you're not going to have any bugs in that. I still love War in the East 1. I've got the tutorial that was really popular right before this game came out that I had up for War in the East 1. Fantastic game. It was my favorite game, probably tied with War in the Pacific until this came out. So, yeah, I would say get this one though. I mean, I do think it's an improvement. All right, let's. I may come back to these guys, honestly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. That is a real weakness here and here. I think, really, in an ideal world, I would take both of these divisions that came in last time and put them up here. Like this one can get off the train and double stack here. What do we have here? 7,000. See, that's not good either. We have some troops over here, but like 11th ID and 6th ID are in terrible shape. They need to go back to the reserves. Did any of this rebuild? No, neither of these guys did. Of course they did not, because I've got so much in the reserves. We did have a tank corps kind of break through here a little bit. But I think the best way to go about this maybe is to start here in the south or in the center, I'm sorry, the south of the center, and then move back up here so I see what's available. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's just start with these Luftwaffe field divisions. Okay, 4,200 guys, great, but they're sitting in the heavy woods and they're starting to build fort levels. That's what we want to see. I've got another one here along with the Italian Corps. We've got this Italian mountain division that's out here. It's in the rough. Okay, I mean, I don't want him to get surrounded, so I may bring him back in the rough here, like here. He withdraws in 4 turns, but we may as well use him, as much as we can while he's here. Now you can see this Luftwaffe field division's in terrible shape. I'm continuing to try to draw the AI this way. It worked last winter. Why not? This unit's essentially worthless, but I think what I can do. What is this? We've got clear swamp. Oh, that's why he's there in the swamp. Okay, let's put this one also in the swamp, and then let's take the Italians, and I'm just going to move him back here into the rough. So we were in rough, we moved back to rough. These guys are set back a little further and also double stacked because they're absolute crap. Okay, now that that's off my chest, we'll take this other Luftwaffe field division. He is sitting here in the swamp, so we're going to have just a two gap here. I hate a two gap. Um, we're going to leave that here stacked with this unit. I think that's all fine. I have these field corps going directly back to OKH. If we have enough room, I'll put them in an army, but I doubt that we will. Then we have the very brave Hungarians that are sitting up here. They could, well, hold on. What do we have here? Okay, so 12th Hungarian Light Division's pretty good. Not bad. Now, how far up here would I be willing to allow the AI to go? As if I can stop him, really. Well, obviously Vilnius is kind of a hard stop. We've got a two gap here, but we've got Germans, but I want the Germans to start scooting around if they can. We've got the 330th ID, which is kind of weak. I would really prefer that the Hungarians be out here. Now, is there some good place to put Hungarians? No, there never is. Mosti, that's in the light woods. What do we have here? Oh, we have another Luftwaffe field division. He's also in the swamp. Well, let's try to stay in the swamp if we can. Swamp. I could put Hungarians here. Starting to get a little far afield. That 12,000 I would like to kind of keep in the area though. But these guys, well, we've got another 12,000 there. All right, let's take the 6,000 and put that in the swamp. Okay? And then let's take the 12,000 here. I guess put him here in the light woods. All right. Just, I mean, it's a real patchwork. I understand that. We've got the Corps headquarters here. We've also got, what is this, 68th Corps? Who's 68th Corps? He's in charge of all of these Germans. Okay. Let's leave the 12,000 Hungarians there. Let's move the German Corps this away. Now, I don't want this to get too weak. Obviously, we can't have him break through to Kaunas or something, but it looks like the Soviets are running out of a little steam, at least to this direction, maybe even to this direction slightly. Uh, so I think we'll leave that Hungarian group there. This, a German group, then. We've got 5,000 and 12,000. I don't want it to be all Hungarians here is the problem. Why don't I take 330th ID and he'll be what's in the town here. Maybe he'll rebuild a little bit. He can build a fort level or something. Let's move him back there. Let's take the core headquarters, move him this way. So we'll go German here. Hungarian, is this clear, clear, Lightwoods, swamp? Okay. All right. So we'll put the German unit there. This German unit, I'm going to bring around the bend. What is this? Lightwoods? Yes. These guys, okay. I'll move them next time. Let's put this guy, I guess, in the swamp. There or there. Hold on. Let's put this German unit in. Let's put the German unit there. So he's there. This unit is already at a level 1 fort. He's 32% to the next level. 10,000. It's a light group, right? But he can come up and over here, which is where I need him. So this time anyway, let's just put the German unit there. With his core headquarters, the stronger. And now we've kind of bowed that line back a little bit, but now we can take a stronger German division. I mean, it's one of the light Jaeger divisions. It's 10,000, but it's better than what we've got. Um, yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do is, intersperse them, put a German with a Hun, Hun with the German, so on and so forth. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd like to do for this turn anyway, though. I'll do that here. What town is this? Voranovo. Okay, but this light division. Now, of course, the Hungarians aren't the strongest out here, but let's turn on defensive stack now. So, of course, this is really weak. We will eventually need another German division or two kind of in this area as it tries to. But again, I want to draw him this way a little ways. I just don't want it to get out of control. But if we go down the line here, you see X in Minsk. We've got two strong infantry divisions now in Minsk. We've got motorized and panzer here. Now, he did try to hit there last time. Again, I'm not going to move these for my life. They're not moving. Here we've got a 14, but here we've got an 8. And this is really what I wanted to repair. So I'm going to bring this guy around here, stack it there, and then I'll put that in 35th Corps. That was what I was trying to accomplish with over here. I know we're going to have to bring more strength, but at least I have a couple of German divisions here. The Hungarians standing on their own here does worry me. Um, Maybe next time I'll take like this division and take the Hungarian division and I'll switch. Now this 14 also bothers me. So uh, let's look at these guys again. So the one unit, whoops, the one unit's a 15, the other one's an 8. Maybe that light division, maybe this division needs to go in here. A 14 is not enough to have right there. You can see he's massed. Now he's got tank. He's running out of a little bit of steam there. I am going to take this division and move it over. And I'll get that French group out of here. So let's take the French and just add manpower for, I mean, it's just got 2,000 men, but at least it's something. We'll put the French in 35th Corps. I mean, we need to be stronger the closer we get to Minsk, right? So if it's a little weaker out here, that's fine. So now that Jaeger's there, and then I'll take this division, the 14,000 guys. Now his TOE must not be very good because he was looking the weakest here. But now he'll go here, and that'll be under 8th Corps. 8th Corps. Perfect. Okay, so now Hubei is in charge of 8th Corps, and it's a little stronger there anyway. 19, 33. That's still the weak one is 9. Now, I could bring more down here. I could put these guys back on the line, for instance, even though they're a 31 TOE. This is a 35 TOE. They really need to go back to the reserves, but I'm trying not to put things back there very much at this point. That we've got too much in the reserves as it is. This is 12,000 men. They're up against one of these marine type units and a tank corps, but the tank corps is out here in the rough and the swamp. What is this hex? It's clear, damn it. Rough, clear. I'd probably be better off to switch these two. Also, is there any? Oh, that looks so weak. We're showing at a 33 defensive. That's only because it's in a level 2 fort, I take it, and it's in the rough. Okay, well, that's why. 19 goes to show you the power of your terrain and your fort levels. Okay, so these two guys, I mean, they're just going to have to stand strong here on the other side of Minsk. We're not going to do anything in town. We could potentially directly assign a support unit or two in here. Sturm Pioneer, 70th Pioneer. We don't really need that. All of these are in 8th Corps, so Hubei should get him down here anyway. Can Hubei himself grab any more? I don't think so. I mean, we're going right up the chain. We've got a heavy howitzer, but that's, all of these back at OKH, but that looks horrific. Oh, speaking of which, let's look at this headquarters, 68th Corps. It's going back to 3rd Panzer Army. Okay, can it get any other support units? No, just back at OKH. You can see some road construction that's all the way back at 3rd Panzer, but that doesn't do us any good. What about 35th Corps? He's going back through 2nd Army. Nothing really. We've got a number of support units back in the reserves, but they're all in terrible shape, so I'm not sure how that's going to help us really. We've only got about 9,000 men here in the Blue Division and a Luftwaffe Field Division. Luckily, they're in a level 2 fort and they're in the rough. So that bangs it up to a 36. So this is clear, right? Yep, it's clear. That's where we want our motorized. Then we get up here. This is also in the swamp. These two divisions are not in good shape. The reason I was bringing these guys in here is to replace some of this stuff, but I don't see how we do it. And honestly, I think I should send these back to the reserve, but I'm going to wait and see on that. Here we have 6,058. I mean, these are like 1/3 strength divisions, but because we got them in the swamp or the heavy woods and we're building fort levels, they show an okay defensiveness. 32, 33, 36. That's all very vulnerable, obviously. What I'm thinking about doing is pulling some of this down here and pulling this line back again, but I don't want to do that. This is actually a good division, though. And it's a matter of where do we want to put it. Well, it looks like this is the obvious place because these units are in bad shape. And I'm going to back them up and I'm going to put them on the rail there. I'll put them both on reserve this time on the off chance that Kleeman wants to put them in battle. Okay, and then I'm going to take this unit, put it here. All right, his TOE is 70, so it's pretty good. I'm going to put him there, which is better than those two combined, right? And I want to put him under Kleeman in 53rd Corps, so let's do that. So 53rd Corps, in you go. And 10th Corps only has 6 of 9, so I'm going to give one of these guys to 10th Corps, whichever one, just so Kleeman doesn't get a penalty. So there's 10th Corps. You know what? I'm going to send these guys to the reserve. That's what I want to do. And let's just put them back there. They're not going to rebuild out here, so they're just getting in the way and taking supply. So I'm going to put them back in the reserve. So back they go. I've got the FBD here. Is that a depot? You know, I'm trying to take 8 or 10 things out of the reserve every time. So this is directly on the depot, drawing freight. Again, I've got these 2 infantry units, but I think I'm going to need them right here because I can't get the other stuff up here. I could get these guys, though, into here. Let's go to the rail. He comes here with an 89. He gets to Vilnius with a 96. He can get off the train here. It's the exact same thing we had last time, right? Uh, let's come here with the 125th ID. All right, that's one unit we can get up here. So let's put him there. And now that I know I'm almost certainly going to back these guys up, I'm going to need them here, maybe here, for instance. He needs to go there. Let's put this guy right there on the train and then we'll take him off the train. Okay, and then if we look here, 7,000 men, he's got 10,000 men. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Let's stack. That's in the clear, though. Uh, hold on. Before I move that, let's look. Yeah, this situation's untenable there, really, although they're not focusing right here per se. It's all kind of coming out this way or trying to dig through there. What else do I have here? These guys, well, that guy is not in terrible shape. This guy is, though. That's going to have to be settled. Who's your commander? 8 of 9. This is Gustav Fenn. Well, hmm. All right, let's keep going up this line. I'll come back to that in a second. So we have 8th Hubei. He's got all of his support units looking good. I'm not that worried about them taking a direct assault on Minsk. Those are 2 good infantry divisions. We've got 5th Corps here. He's got these guys. Okay. We've got 10th Corps. Okay, we just talked about them. They're triple stacked here because I don't think I have a choice. This does not look strong, but on the defensiveness, it goes up to a 50 because it's in heavy woods and in a level 2 fort. This is the unit we just moved in, but I think what I'm going to do. Let's move this guy. I want him to be on the depot and rail, but let's move him actually directly behind that because I'm afraid of a breakthrough there. He's got a lot of strength. I just want to make sure. Let's move that headquarters back. That's there. Then we get up into Hartnick. Okay, let's make sure Hartnick's got his support units. Let's see what else he could potentially pull down. Howitzer. So we got a little bit in 4th, but not a whole lot. Got a lot of construction in 4th, but that's about it. I was thinking about moving these guys back, but now I'm in light woods and a level 2 fort. I don't think I want to give that up. This is swamp and a level 2 fort. I mean, this is really where you want to have your line, right? It's all terrible terrain to attack into. So this is 27th Corps under Hartnett. These guys 17. I mean, that's not strong enough if he gets surrounded, but we're going to have to roll with it. He's in, like I said, a level 2 fort, so we're just going to deal with that. We've got this here, so these two guys go back to Ninth Corps. Ninth Corps is Rendulic or Rendulich, whatever you want to call him. He's a hell of a general. 878 and 8. I'm going to look that up actually after this episode. Every time I get to that, I say I'm going to look him up, and then I don't. Oh, by the way, I should go to the comments. What are you guys up to? Um, just Monica. Yeah, I think I will go back to that, setting a couple of the reserves to refit. I didn't for a minute because I thought, well, I'll try to get more out to the map. That's not working. So ultimately, I think I will do that. And that way we know we're probably going to get 2 or 3 divisions out, right? As a matter of fact, let's just go do that. Why don't we go do that right now while we're thinking about it? Because that would be one of those things I would, after the turn, I'll be like, why didn't I do that? So let's just do it. Let's go to the ground. We'll scoot up here. Let's hit Z. Let's get off this. Wait a minute. Come on. I thought if I hit Z in here, it would go back to my TOE. Do I have to be out of the reserves or do I have to close it? There we go. Well, it worked that time. Uh, the Z key, really one to keep in mind when you play this game. 49 49s. We got all these 49s. Then we have some 28s. Oh, here we have 69s. Why was I not putting these back on the map? They're up to 10,000 men, 11,000 men. Tell you what, I'm going to just put them on the map without a rebuild because we've got to get more stuff out of here. So transfer to the map for next time. And then we'll take the other one, 56th Infantry. We'll take that to the map. 69, 70, it's going to have to be good enough. Any of the ones that are 40s, though, or the 49s, a couple or 3 of those we'll put on refit. Do I have anything else here that looks interesting? No. Okay, so we'll do refit on, and you can see the green, as Sarge pointed out. It goes green up here when it's on refit. I'm going to put 3 of these on refit so that we get 3 decently built divisions next time, and I'm going to try to cycle all of these in and out if we can. If we can. We've also got this mountain infantry division. I'm just going to leave that though. All right, so now we've got that done. Good idea. We've also got these brand new divisions back here. I haven't quite determined how I want to operate with those. I know that I probably need a brand new fresh division or 2 here, but I also need them up here because I'd like to get a lot of this motorized off the line, kind of like I've done in the South a little bit, a little bit. But don't yell at me. I know it's not where we want it to be yet, but it is a little better. Okay, this tank core though, let's try to blow this the hell out of here. I don't want to use these units though, because they're up against a strong. And as a matter of fact, that's a clear hex. That's a clear hex. Clear. Clear. This is just not good territory to hold up here. I think I almost need to come here. Then we also have the lake, and I know then we're in just this little box here, but it gives us more units moving back this way. I think I want to go right down this row. Now, I would be giving up level 2 forts here, but these are all clear. You know, this is a clear hex, but if I put strong units in there, clear. Then we get into light woods. Well, this could be the tip, and we could go what? Clear, clear, light woods. But see, well, then we can get down here into the heavy woods back here. I could just drop off one or two, but then we've got this problem here. I've got this Panzer division sitting in a swamp. That is not what you want. What did I say this was? Light woods, swamp. All right, I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to come back. I want to keep this level 2 fort's the problem. I keep staring at it, and if I'm going to stay out here, I might as well stay in this level 2 fort. I could just drop to here. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's take this unit. I cannot get that out this time. Let's back this guy up. Okay, so he backs up. This unit can stay there, but these guys can back up one or two. I really need to build it from there so that we can use this this impassable hex. That helps. Into heavy woods, up through heavy woods. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. And the way I'm going to go about that is this is kind of a weak unit. I'm going to back him up one. Okay, that'll work. And then I'll back this guy up two. Okay, now they're in the heavy woods. He was already in heavy woods, but now he's in heavy woods. And then this division that I moved up here by rail can go sit here. Now I would have to give up this depot. Maybe I'll keep this depot since we have this impassable hex, and this guy will just sit here. And then I can take this infantry and go where? Well, I could go around here and help with some of this and move all of this around. Why don't I do that? Let's take this infantry and set it here. And let's take this infantry, maybe come over here. What else do you have? He's Gustav Fenn's 8 of 9, but I think what I can do then, that's 7,000. That's 5,000. Okay. 6,000. No, I mean, none of that's in good shape. 7,000. Then I have these two guys that can sit there. Now, I don't want anything to sneak behind me there, but uh, for the time being, let's go right there. And then that frees up this Panzer division. Okay, now we start to work. This guy can go into the light woods all the way up here, and I can give him to von Manstein because now I'm not gonna. I have essentially this lake or whatever the hell it is replacing that Panzer division. Um, and now I can move Gustav Fenn around this way. This works much better. I should have done this a little while ago. Gustav Fenn can move out here, and then I can put this underneath Fenn. This is 7th Corps. Okay. He can go into 7th Corps. 7th Corps. You could go into 7th Corps, but I'll take this and give it to von Manstein, who needed another motorized unit anyway. All right. So that'll go into 56th Panzer Corps, and then this can go into 7th Corps. And yes, it's getting more narrow right here, but I'm not going to take any more steps back. But I did want to use this, and that also allows us to move through this heavy woods here and use it as defense. And then we can go straight across here, which also could free up this motorized unit if I've got enough units to do it. I think I will. So he's going to go into the light woods there. This unit can't move back yet. He can't either. He's going to have to sit there. I've got Walt Weiss, who's now only got 4 of 9. I may give some of these guys to Weiss. He's too good of a general not to be dealing with more here. He's putting the old squeeze on us here, but I think this is going to actually work to our benefit a little bit. This motorized, I think maybe I'll keep in this area, actually. I can keep him in 6 core with Walt Weiss, but I can put him in reserve back here on like clear hexes. Maybe, I don't know, like here, where I was worried about. So let's put him there, and I'll actually put him on reserve. Okay. Now then, he's going to be a ways out here. This line doesn't have to be perfect from across there. It can just go to right here. That still gives us a lot of operating room here. We want to keep this depot 85, 87. Now we've got some decent units here, and I think we can go really almost hex by hex now. Let's go. You've got 9, you've got 8. How far they can get back here a little ways with 9 movement points. He's got 14 movement points. This is a good unit. Um, he's only in the light woods. I'm going to bring him back here, and I'm going to give him to Walt Weiss. So he's going to go into 6 core. I think this makes a much better line. You guys may disagree, but I like it better. And luckily, I control things. I kid, I kid. Uh, let's move here, there, and okay, he's gonna go there. This is gonna go. Which one's weaker? He's weaker. He's gonna go there, and then that frees up this unit then to come around here and help right there. All right, I think that makes our whole line stronger. 30, 50, 50, 32. Now, these don't look strong yet. And you may say, oh my God, they're so weak. Well, yeah, but they're going to start to dig in here. And now we're double stacked there. And we have this motorized on reserve. I just think all in all, that makes a lot more sense. Now, I'll go back through all of this, but now that line's contiguous. I like that better. This is through the deep woods or heavy woods. I do that every time. That lake, but it did free up another motorized unit that we scooted around here. All in all, I'm happy with that. I like it. I like it. I don't know if you do, but I do. That again, that is exciting for me to get a contiguous line somewhat, even though we're just kind of making a box here in and around Minsk. But I think it's more defensible. We'll find out if that's true. All of these guys have got to get dug in a hurry because they've got no terrain advantages out here. This guy, well, I want to keep this on reserve for a turn. This unit, okay, we'll have to get that back eventually. This guy will have to go back to the reserves eventually. Reserves potentially eventually. But we've got all of these on common. Oh, we do not. Okay, this is the one I was going to look for. 2 and 2. You're going back to Kleeman, 53rd core. So this, well, what is this in? 27th. He's only got 4 of 9 now. What is that's Hartnick? I always forget which one's better, Hartnick or Kleeman. 7, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 7 for what I really care about. And then Kleeman, who I believe is right, not there. Where's Kleeman? There he is. He is a 7 and a 7. Kleeman's a little bit better. All right. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll give this to Hartnick, 27th core. Yeah, let's put this in 27th core. And then we'll also put that on reserve since he's right behind the line. And then we'll give this one to Kleeman. So that'll go into 53rd core. Okay, I think that kind of does it for this area. Now, as I said, we've still got this infantry, but now that I shorten the line, I'm not sure we need it as much in this area. We may need it right here eventually, but we could now put this on the train. move it up into this area and get some of the motorized off the line, or we could come down here and help somewhere in here. We could stack with the Hungarians. We could stack here where we're a little bit weaker. I could get this French infantry off the line. So I think I am actually going to do that. I think I'll. He can't get all the way there. He can get right behind him. He could also get right on top of this depot if we wanted to come over this way. Speaking of which, I don't really want to lose that depot. Um, I could put the Hungarians on that depot. Can he get into this hex? No, he can go here. Well, shiitake mushrooms. What about this guy? That's the guy I just brought in here. I already brought the one infantry up to here. Hmm. This is that Jaeger division I just brought in. So part of the reason this shows as weak is because that light Jaeger had to move a lot to get here. I don't want to lose this depot. We are going to lose this one, so I should disband it. Let's disband that depot. Okay. We probably need a depot here. Let's create one. Okay, so now there's a depot there. We could also create a depot here. All right, those are fours. We've got this four. Do I want to take what hex is this? This is clear, and this is light woods. This is swamp. Well, this is actually more defensible, but I don't want to give him any room here. But I think what I'm going to do is actually switch this here. No, undo that. I'm going to switch this here. Let's put him there. Okay. Then I'm going to take 327th ID. I'm going to leave him here for a turn, but I've got this rough here, and maybe I'm going to put the Hungarians back here. Okay, because this guy can't get all the way around here, but I think I'll try to hold these two and then just put the Hungarians right here. That's the idea. Maybe move the French back here in some kind of reserve. But this all should hold now. Plus, we backed up a little bit, so there is that. I want to get this out of the swamp. I could bring the infantry up here, put that in the swamp, but it's only 6,000 men. But we've got to get this Panzer division out of here. This guy's got some movement, but he can only get to where? What do we have here? Clear, clear. I want to keep the swamp if we can. So let's do that. Let's move this infantry here. This infantry then I'll move here. Maybe I will have to give that up because I think we want to go heavy woods, heavy woods. He can then go into the heavy woods there, and then we're in swamp and heavy woods all the way around. And then I'll actually, did I want to do that? Undo that. Um, let's have you stack there, and then this will stack there. And then I'll have to give up this depot, but they're right by Vilnius now. I think that's the best way to go about that. No more steps back. If you're yelling at me in the comments, don't go backwards. I just think that's so much more defensible. Okay, we gave up some fort levels. I understand that. We'll get redug back in, but these heavy woods are really powerful. As you can see, I mean, these are not good units, and they're already at a 13 after moving. So I think that'll be a lot better. And then we'll take this Panzer division. So now we've freed up one Panzer division, now two Panzer divisions. This guy, he could sit right there. Well, this Panzer division moves up here. Now, what is this? That's clear. That's clear. Okay, let's move him a little further north, and let's move him a little bit back. This is, let's go Z there. Let's move him there, and him, if he's going to be there, this infantry could stack with him. What is this? Clear. Let's do it that way. He can go right there. We may actually give one of these infantry divisions to von Manstein, even though that takes him over a little bit. When I say one of them, like this one. Yeah, let's put you in 56 Panzer so that we don't get a mismatch penalty. This is all starting to look a lot better, I think, anyway. Um, Now then, we've got this Panzer Corps that only has one infantry division. I may be better off to bring him around here and put some, well, I don't know about that. What does he got? 8 of 9. This unit then would have no command. I mean, he could go back here. It'd be slightly overstacked underneath Hartman, but Hartman could move a little bit south here. All right, I'm going to do that. 38th Corps. So, well, hold on. Before I do that, I want to make absolutely sure that makes sense. We've got the mech unit there. We've got Das Reich there. These are 28th Corps. He's at 9 of 9. That's Valor. We've got 57th under Balk. Okay, I think the north and the center is pretty much done then. I've still got this that just came in off the train. We have got a lot of reinforcements sitting at Warsaw and 3 fresh divisions here. 1 or 2 of those I'll bring either into the center here or right up here in the north so we can start getting these SS units off the line and then eventually try to break them through and do a mass encirclement right here. There's roadways here. It is not the best terrain. You have to go through swamp, but there are roads. So if we took off, let's say, and these are clear hexes like right through here. I think we could trap 300,000 or 400,000 Soviets potentially come spring or summer. Um, all right, I'm going to call this an episode. I think I'm going to go back and look at it offline. Um, Then, when we come back tomorrow, I'm going to push all the way through the South. Since I'm going to be gone from Tuesday through Saturday for the live streams anyway, I am going to play tomorrow until we can turn the turn. So I'll leave you on a turn. There are no victory points in Africa, as far as I know. If there are, we're heading that way. No, we're going to drop back there. Anyway, you guys are the best. You guys really make the channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you for all the great comments, great ideas. You guys know the game as well as anybody on the planet, so I always appreciate it. And I'm sure other people that are trying to learn the game learn as much from the comments as they do from me, certainly. So thank you all so much. I will be back tomorrow on a very special President's Day episode. Hey, look for Ardennes Forest. That'll be going up later. That's a fantastic game. I don't know how great the AI is, but I just haven't played it enough to know. But it is one hell of a game, very well constructed. And if you like this, you will certainly like that as well. So